It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. And he fires one incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action with Jackson, rolling to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Edwards now on 1st and 10, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Complete to Likely. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Play action, it's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pollard going to try the right side. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 13. They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Now the pitch comes to Edwards, and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Edwards will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second down, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Throwing. Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Jackson on second down.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open, and when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On third down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down and 3. On play action, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. They go back to Pollard on second down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Trying to run forward, diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They run once more with Edwards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Marquise Bell in on that stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. Dumps it off to Edwards. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
2nd and a couple.
To throw is Jackson. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down, Pollard again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They go with Edwards left side. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the tuck and run. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here on the handoff. Edwards, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Hey, report. Report. You changed it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Edwards. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
run with Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Throwing, Jackson out to his left. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. Down the left sideline.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe a defensive breakdown with that type of a play in this situation. But let's give a little bit of credit here. That type of play is clutch.
Boy, it was clutch, but to turn it back to the defense, how crushing is that? You think you've got this thing won, and in the last moments, almost literally, you lose it.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So that